All right. Hey, quants. Today is going to be a chart day. Just wanted to remind everybody that I did get this video content accelerator sign up page out there, and I've been doing a lot more content on X as well. So if you check me out there, I have the links to all that stuff in the description here. So you'll be able to find that if you want to find it. The main thing that I've been doing, and just to give you a heads up on what I've been doing on X, as I've been trying to really couple the astrology stuff that I've been learning about and just stuff that I'm interested in and related to that, and also GAN, and so coupling those dates together. And with that said, I do have some links to my main Quant Alchemy site. I don't actually have an email list, but I did mention that I would probably put together an email list, or I might put together an email list for that, and I think that's what I'm going to go ahead and do. So those links will be there. I don't have an email list for that yet, but in the future I will have an email list where I give probably a daily email about that stuff. I might dial it back a little bit to a weekly email, but I do think that it's going to be the information that I've been getting or learning from there, and the stuff that I think would be interesting in an email does occur on a daily basis. Sometimes if I do it on a daily basis, obviously some of that information is going to be repetitive. For myself, that's been good, because if I want to learn this stuff, or I want to actually get more acclimated with this kind of stuff, I need the repetition, right? So it's not going to work if I just see it once a week for myself. So with that said, keep your eyes out there. If you do want to check me out on X, I do have my profile for my Quant Alchemy X account down in the description, and you can see some of the content that I've been putting out there that I've been learning, and that kind of information will be similar to the information that I wrap up in like a daily email or something like that. So let's go ahead and get into, today is going to be a chart day, so I think this is the right one. So we'll go ahead and take a look at the charts. What is going on in the markets? I haven't really looked. I did kind of notice that or heard that Bitcoin was pushing up around 70K. So it looks like it did. Did it touch? Yeah, it looks like it got all the way up to 70K. So all that said, we're still hanging out in this range. So I don't think there's much to get too excited about yet until we break out of this range. If we do break out of this range, then I think there will be definitely some reason to be excited there, because I think that we'll finally get a little bit of a relief rally. Looked like a couple times we are going to get that relief rally, and it just kind of died out. We do have bullish momentum here on the trend for the GAN swing indicator. We don't have anything else on the master strategy here. One thing I will say is oftentimes the MACD has just been kind of ranging out here and not doing much, right? It's kind of has a little bit of positive slope here. Not positive slope on the MA so much, but on the histogram here, it's been moving up, and so getting up over the zero on the histogram, considering it was so low, would be bullish. We do have the stochastics pointing up, then the knife kind of spiked there. All of that likely if you want to give it a reason, I mean, you could say it could be due to all the war stuff that's been happening over in Iran right now. I won't get into my own opinions about that kind of stuff right now, but I don't mind sharing my opinions if people are interested in that kind of stuff. As a matter of fact, because that might actually help me improve my audience if I shared some of my opinions on that, because then I think people tend to listen to more of the extreme sides of things, and so maybe I'll do that in the future. But for now, just sticking to the charts. So waiting to see, did we get it's really hard to say. It looks like we did get a break above it. Let me just check the high of this candle. The high of this candle was 7,057. I think that was 57. Lights in my eyes a little bit, so kind of hard to read exactly. This one was well above that at 70,120. I think that was the number. Yeah. So did technically get a break above here, and that's obviously why we got this uptrend. Actually just happened today when we got that break on the 2-bar. So hopefully we'll get some, I've mentioned this probably 100 times. Hopefully we'll get some the uptrend will continue, and we'll get some bullish momentum there, because I like to see things go up. I mean, who doesn't? Probably obviously the people like to short, and I tend to be more long biased. So Ethereum kind of looking the same. I don't really look at Ethereum much here, but I just happened to click on that. Basically almost looks like a mirror image here of what's going on there. So I just want to click on these because I haven't looked at them recently, and there are things that I'm personally interested in, but I haven't looked on the channel. So yeah, kind of the same thing here. Looks like maybe we're finally going to get some upside market action. That reminds me, I was going to look at the seasonals, so maybe I'll go back and look at the seasonals. It looks like gold getting that push up. I kind of called out, I think it was around here, I was calling out the potential for the buying in and riding the trend up as a traditional Gann swing signal. Looking to see, it looks like we did get above. I was talking about the potential for kind of touching this MA and rolling over. It looks like that didn't happen. So still room to go. Definitely room to go on the histogram to set in some bullish divergence, not bullish divergence, but bearish divergence. If this is going to break above the all-time high here and then this stays lower, it looks like it's possible that if that happens, the stochastic is not going to be reflecting that same bearish divergence. It might get higher, it looks like, but we'll have to see how that plays out. And let's go ahead and maybe I should switch over to the COMEX gold. I think that's what people are using, and then the volume will be a little bit more useful there. So looking at silver, not looking as good. It looked like it kind of peaked out here. Knife's getting toppy. A lot of times what will happen is this knife will get toppy and then the price will still continue to go up a little bit. So I wouldn't say it's over for silver just yet, but you know, it looks like it is not keeping up with gold. I'm not measuring the percentages, just taking a look here, but it did get some, you know, you got some relief here. So that is, you know, I think good if you're holding silver and you want to see the price go up. We did get on the, I didn't call this out on, maybe I should come back here since we've been bullish on the master strategy on gold on the daily for a while here, and that never turned. So technically you could have stayed in there. Again, this is one of the reasons I mentioned I kind of like using the Gann swing indicator because it is a little bit more reactive to price, and so you can get out oftentimes sooner than you would with something like a trend following system where you're not just going to eat all the losses there. The downside of that is now that price is going back up, this trend never flipped. You never even saw the 821 flip here, and you would have technically just stayed into your position and you'd still be sitting pretty here rather than taking some off. Again, psychologically, how does this feel? Like potentially eating that loss. I mean, it's paper loss until you accept it, right? But obviously you don't want to take that all the way down to the point where you're actually losing money. So, all right, going back over to silver here. So yeah, we did get that 821 cross here. We still have the 200s sloped up and the EMA over the SMA. So I mean, this all looks still good in the context of a trend following system. So might want to hang on there for a little bit and see if we can get some more momentum here on silver. If you're still playing that one. Personally, what I've been doing is lightening my positions. I kind of went through that, and I'm not really looking to jump in and out of these positions. I tend to play a little bit longer time frame, so once I take my profit, I still do have some positions in those because I didn't take everything off, but what I'm going to do is I'll just sit on my hands for a while and kind of wait and see how things play out there. If you're doing Elliott wave, there's definitely potential to continue like getting back in and out, but I just personally haven't done that. I don't do that much myself. So I just kind of let my other parts of my position ride and look for other opportunities with the cash that I have pulled out. So let's see. I did mention potentially going to the seasonals. I saw somebody talking about seasonal stuff. I might save that for, I want to just take a quick, I am going to take just a quick look at it, but I might save kind of a deeper look at this stuff for later. I don't really need to go all the way back because I'm not trying to look at everything here. I think what I saw some people pointing out is the number of red months in a row. And so we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Currently we're up. And so I believe what I heard somebody saying is that we've never had more than 6 months in a row. 6 red months in a row. And so I might go ahead and take a look at that in the not later and see if I can corroborate that. But looking here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We definitely had 5. Looks like it was green here. So yeah, just at quick glance, it looks like that's probably accurate. So, you know, I mean, we've been down quite a while here. 3%, 17%, 3%. Man, in the context of Bitcoin, though, that's really not that bad. I mean, everyone's saying, and this is true. I mean, we measured this, right? Price is 50% off the top, which sucks. You don't want to just eat these losses month over month, but I mean, 10%, 14%. I mean, it's not a 20% negative month. It's not a 30% negative month. I know this is way back when it had a far less liquidity, right? And it was, you know, in that sense, a lot more volatile. But I mean, even here in 2021, negative 35%. I mean, those would just seem nasty. So maybe we're getting our time capitulation. I think we did get some price capitulation considering how fast we dropped. We did drop 50%. Again, wasn't as dramatic as some of the other bull markets, but in the context of the extending, not extending cycles, but in the less, I'm fumbling on the word that I'm looking for here, but the we didn't get some of the euphoric top, and so kind of a less price action at the end there, and so again potentially less decline here. So I think we did. I mean, this looks like, I mean, 5 months, man. That's almost half the year. I think there's time for a relief rally there, anyways. And in terms of price, I think we did get a significant price drop in the context of what we've been looking at. So maybe we'll finally be getting that relief rally, and we'll see how that looks. So I think I'm going to leave it there. I might dig into this a little bit more and show a little bit more on that later. But for now, I want to get back to wrapping up some of the, hopefully getting some of the code stuff done so I can get some testers going on it, people testing it out, trying it out, and then get that thing live. So that will be it for me today, and we will see you on the next one. Peace, quants.